right. Well, here we are, everybody, and welcome to the show. We are at Comics News today, and I am Chester C. Busby III, your host. And I do apologize about that little back on the sound there, but once again, YouTube, thank you. YouTube is awesome, but that is just the way it is, guys. And but we are very happy to have you here today. Of course, we're welcomed and joined by Model 3, and Kat is in here as well. And it seems like you guys are having a little bit of conversation. Let me see. Uh, Lal, you still have the Area 51 link on your vid. Awesome. I feel special now. Model 3, gonna need more tinfoil. Yeah, no, that was a lot of fun. Kat says, where's the Area 51 link? Um, I still see it under the video window. That's interesting. Model 3, per description note, this feature is currently available only in the United States and South Korea. Huh? Okay. Uh, yeah, there's nothing. You guys can't know what's up. All right. Model 3 says, I'm sure YT is working with the Canadian government to add this feature. I'm sure they are. Roger
I'm
Heller is
sure they
here.
are, yeah.
How's it going, everybody? Happy Monday. Well, happy Monday to you. It's actually my Tuesday, but it's all right. And then Kat says, YouTube wouldn't do that to us. I'm sure they would, Kat, because YouTube is, actual Nazis. Let's see if I get a copyright check for that.
Mm.
But I thought that was so cool, actually, yesterday, guys, that we did Area 51 on our tinfoil talk, and we had a great time, and we tangented off into incredibly obscure directions, and it was wonderful. But it was the coolest thing that the video popped up. YouTube actually put a disclaimer of sorts by giving you a link to the absolute propaganda that is Wikipedia. So thank you, YouTube. Thank you for noticing me senpai. I was flattered even. You know what I mean? And
hmm
Brad, of course, I don't know. Were you on with us for the TFT?
No,
No.
I was doing the other things. Remember we talked about?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you were out promoting your book, which is, of course, something you should be
hmm
doing. And of course, we got a bunch of cool books going on right now as we're coming
We
into the
do.
season. Of course, George, of course, has his Joe King. Brad here has his
Joking. Yeah.
Handyman,
The
and of course, I and
handyman.
DeWolf here. We are a part of the team for the Tales from Beyond the Gate, which is an amazing project as well. And of course, we're going to see more and more stuff come up. And we're going to look at Indicron a little bit later, so we'll see what's going on over there. And of course, Indicron being an actual sponsor of this channel, so we appreciate that. But Brad, tell us how you doing, man. I know for me, it is an absolutely stunning, beautiful day, dude. I get up at about 6 a.m. every day.
hmm
It's pretty normal, and I take the dog out for a walk and that kind of stuff. And I do
Yeah, yeah.
a little jog every day. It's not a big deal, just like 30 minutes. But
hmm
I enjoy that a lot because this little village I live in, at 6 o'clock, it's awake. We literally have a
Nice.
wake up call that goes over
Good.
the
Aren't
broadcast
you by
system.
the ocean too?
What?
Yes, I am by the ocean, and yes,
Yeah. So you got the fish market and everything too, and
yeah.
just kind
No,
of alive in the morning.
it's
Yeah.
alive between 6 and 8
hmm
a.m. I think is when it's most alive. Everybody's
Yeah.
out. And yes, we do have an alarm that goes off at 6 a.m. for the entire village. We have a loudspeaker system, of course, which is used
That's
as a
cool.
warning system. But I bet you can't guess which song is played every morning for the past 2 decades. I'm not kidding. Every morning for the past two
Uh.
decades, 6 a.m. sharp.
Oh,
Riveling.
really? Hold
Reveille.
on. Let me.
No,
Yep.
come
6
on now.
a.m. Past 2 days or past 2 decades.
2 decades,
Wow.
yeah. Unchanged.
I'm gonna.
Japan,
Gosh.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Japan.
sung by Elvis.
No, that would be
No,
cool.
No.
no. Staying alive? No.
Staying alive, staying alive. That would be cool, actually. I get a kick out of that. No, Edelweiss.
Edelweiss?
Yeah.
What?
Edelweiss, Edelweiss, right? The German song. Every day for the
Nice,
past
man.
two
Nice.
decades that I lived here, Edelweiss plays at 6 a.m. in the morning, wakes us up, and out we go. And I
That's
just can't
amazing.
believe it. Huh?
When I hear that, I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Uh, but my point is, this is a gorgeous morning. I mean, we have fairly good weather over here, but this is one of those just stunning, ultra blue sky mornings,
Yeah, that's what was
for me.
today here most of the day. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
so
So you're having a good day too.
lots of sun, everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
How about you, DeWolf? How was your day? Was it a
It's
beautiful
just
day or
drab
rainy
and
day?
dreary.
It was
No, yeah,
dreary.
drab and dreary. Is moist, wet. You know and I like that idea though that it's a constant thing. It's cultural. Something you know it's going to happen. They're on the Air Force bases. That's what they do. They do reveille
Hmm.
in the morning,
Hmm.
and then in the evening, of course, retreat. And you know there's a flag that's being lowered down somewhere, or at all the squadrons. So yeah, it's always something that's neat. The end of the when the beginning and the end of that workday happens. And
Oh,
of
they do
course
the
they're on the
5 o'clock
base.
too. Yeah, that's right.
On the base,
really,
it's military stuff, so it's patriotic, and it always harkens back to that.
Yeah.
I like Nick. So it's not the Macross theme. I would love it if it was the Macross theme. That'd be
Oh yeah, or
cool.
Although,
Star Blazers,
you know
Oh, that'd
something,
be a
Yamato.
good
I'm
one.
sorry, Yamato.
something they did for years. I haven't. I think they changed now, but for a long time, like a decade, when I first came over here, I was heavily involved in. Because you come to a new place, you want to show you're here to be part of the community. You want to, you want to do stuff, right? So I was part of producing and leading a whole bunch of music productions and live shows and events and stuff for years. And in that, I still do that, but that those were like big government interactive, events. And
Hmm.
I created a song within like the first year of being here, and I wrote it for this village called Unagi, which means little wave, and it's just the instrumental piece with a saxophone. I just wrote this little song for the village, and they played that on their little village cable network news show, which most of the day is just repeating of weather and stuff, and they have like one little 30-minute show in the actual day or something like that. But they played that song for like a decade on that,
Hmm.
dude. So they have they're tenacious. Let's just say that. Nick W says, "Hey everybody, so not the macros theme. No, that would be cool, but no." George is also here. He says, "Greetings all." Well, greetings to you too. Now keep in mind, guys, that of course we're going to jump into the news right now, but hitting that like button and subscribing, we do appreciate. We love to see ourselves growing continuously, and we're all growing together because we're all part of this, of course. But the thing that helps us the most is hitting that share button. So please do. And if you need to get in contact with me for whatever reason you might have, whether you want to be on the show, you want to be on Fan Edition, or you just want to say hi, my links are down below for my Facebook as well as my Twitter. So definitely make sure you use those to get in touch with me and try to become involved with what we're doing. We'd love to have you on here and have a chat with you. Anyway, I'm going to go over and switch over to our news now, and we're going to start chatting about that. And it is interesting news day, I have to say. It's
Here
a
we go.
happy day. It's a happy day.
Happy
It is.
day.
It's not particularly substantive, though, I'd have to say.
I'm kind
Mm.
of bittersweet.
Why?
So before we go ahead.
No, go ahead, dude.
Before we begin,
Hmm.
I gotta say a friend of mine reached out to me today, Jeremy Lott, who's a supporter. Apparently, he made a song for Handyman.
Sweet.
I know, and I'm looking forward to it. So when I get it, or I find it, I'm gonna play it for everybody. I think it's gonna be cool.
That would be
So
cool. Definitely play it right over here, man. We'd love to hear it. All right, well, let's get into this here. Now, this right here is a lot of the news today is not really very long news, which is why I've been so casual in getting to it, to be honest with you, because
mhm.
there's just not necessarily a lot to talk about. Like this right here, Reed Pop acquires Miami's Florida Supercon. All right, cool. I've never heard of Florida Supercon, but it's a Supercon, so it must be impressive.
Of course,
But
yeah,
Super con on
Supercon.
Sunday.
Yeah, right, right. But they do
yeah.
have John Cusack coming, which is interesting because John Cusack was supposed to come to the Tokyo Comic Con. Actually, he and Peter Weller were the only ones I was
Hmm.
actually interested in maybe getting an eye on. But he pulled out. But hey, he's going to Florida SuperCon. Richard Dean Anderson, please come on, MacGyver and
He's a
Whoa.
cool
Stargate.
dude. Yeah,
I mean,
he
talk
was
about
at
luck,
he was
man.
at Salt Lake City Fan X. Yeah, he's a cool dude.
He is, but
Mhm.
there's not a lot of actors that get two mega hit successes in their life, dude. And
Yeah.
MacGyver was a mega hit, and so was Stargate
Hmm.
SG-1. Creed Bratton, I don't know. The Office, I don't know.
Don't
I
know.
never watched that show.
Same.
Kim Possible, Christy Carlson Romano. I'm assuming she's just some
Yeah.
little cutie or something like that.
Probably. And she's also an Even Stevens. Yeah. So it sounds like she was doing the kids shows on Disney.
Yeah,
So
that's cool. She's a Disney kid. Felicia Day, of course, is ultra
the
nerd
Guild.
girl, and she is beloved by all closeted and basement dwelling nerds across the planet. And
It's
well, she
true.
is. Jason Isaacs, interesting. Harry Potter, Star Trek Discovery, and many more. Many more.
Of course, there's
Okay.
many more.
That's interesting. But anyway, so it sounds like a fun event. It sounds serious.
Sure.
It's not just the one set up in the local community hall. This is an actual con. But of course, the point being, Reed Pop bought it, acquired it, which I guess means bought. But that's not a good thing. Yeah, those pop things, man. They
Well,
need to burn those things
PopCons.
to the ground, man.
Yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
they have to call them PopCons now. You can't call them Comic Cons anymore after the FanX and Salt Lake and San Diego Comic Con lawsuit thing.
oh,
So
explain that. I
everybody,
don't know about that. Tell me about that.
okay. So
What?
when Salt Lake City Comic Con first started, the year they started, they took this stupid car, R and R8, all silver with the Salt Lake Comic Con logo, down to San Diego and paraded it up and down the street in front of San Diego Comic Con, right?
Okay.
So everybody thought it was associated when they weren't, right? And we're taking pictures with some of the guests who were coming over at the hotel down the street. Well, San Diego didn't like that, and so they filed a lawsuit. Salt Lake City said, "Oh, we're not going to worry about it because everybody has Comic Con anyways. You should have enforced that copyright a long time ago." They got real smug about it, thought they were going to win. I thought they were going to win, to be honest, because I'm
Mhm.
like, yeah, they should have enforced that a long time ago. Well, they lost the lawsuit and they're forced to pay all the legal fees and change their name.
Wow.
And so as soon as that happened, everybody changed their name to PopCon. So Denver changed their name, all of them, because it's now a pop culture event, which they cannot um, copyright, because the only people going to have Comic Con now is San Diego.
All right.
Oh
So
my goodness, it's comics. If you have comics there, it should be a comics convention.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah,
well, I'm
should
assuming
be.
you probably could do comics convention, but Comic Con, they've
Yeah, you
copyrighted it
can't do
right now.
Comic Con.
Now,
Oh,
okay, so am I misunderstanding this then? Because when I saw Reed Pop, I thought it was just part of the, those stupid little bobblyhead things that are
No,
everywhere.
no, no. It's Reed Pop, like a PopCon. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this
Yep.
is not the news I
Yep.
thought. It was also they're also the ones that had the first Comic Con in Africa. Sweet dude. That
Yeah. Yeah, like
Africa.
the Fan X now has
that's a good
like
song.
shows all over the world, and they call them Fan X Fan X conventions or
Mhm.
fan pops. You know, Denver has their Denver Pop Convention now or PopCon.
I see.
So
So
yeah,
this is a big suit convention company, business corporation. I get
yeah,
it.
most likely.
Okay, I get it now. It's
Yeah.
not what I thought it
No,
was. All right.
we like T-shirt conventions instead of big suit
Well,
conventions.
Yeah.
I I said this when I went to Tokyo Comic Con, which was my first Comic Con experience, to be honest with you. And I imagined that at a Comic Con there would be comic books I could buy. There was not. What
You'd
they did
imagine
have a
that, but
lot to buy was those stupid bobblehead things, which I thought they were called pops.
They're Funko Pops.
Oh,
Funko Pop,
Funko
yeah.
Pop. So Funko Pop, Reed Pop. Hello, Denali. How you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Man, that frustrated the hell out of me, though. I mean, I enjoyed myself in the end. I had a lot of fun because the atmosphere was wonderful and happy, and everyone was having a
Mhm.
good time. So I enjoyed the event, but I was really sad that I couldn't buy a comic book at a comic book convention. I just didn't understand the concept. My brain
Yeah.
still can't get around it.
They
Well,
have Funko Cons now all around the world too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
It's because we
Well,
weren't there, Chester. We would have had comics.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's right. That's right.
Dang it.
We would do the comic independent revival comics and launch all that. But no, it shifted. It used to, like you said, used to be upcoming sci-fi shows.
Mhm.
There was comic book discussions, and comic book for sales. That was what the artist gallery was, which is selling all those comic books.
Yeah.
But when it struck good with all these media, it shifted to that culture
Obviously.
atmosphere that you went there, because
No,
it's more lucrative for the cons
I
than the
mean,
actual.
and I made money. Money talks. I get it. Because I
Mhm.
mean, the
Mhm.
cosplay was the main thing, and the number two thing was Disney superhero lifestyle stuff. It was all about
Mhm.
Marvel. It was, I mean, I felt bad for DC in a way, but it was
well, yeah,
everything
for the
Marvel.
convention you were doing, yeah.
Yeah. So I
So
guess Comic Con is much more influenced by the Marvel people than the DC ones, I guess. I don't really know. But let's see here. Model 3 says the cast of Airwolf will not be there, which is too bad because Michael
yeah, they
Vincent is
all
an
died.
amazing dude, especially when he's not drinking. Valen is here.
He's
Hail
dead.
Caesar. Hail Raven. Well, hail you, Valen. We're always happy to have you here. The Wolf is speaking in the chat. That's nice. Tank Ferret. Hail, party people. Hail, Raven. Now, Tank. Why are you not in here? You have a link. We haven't spoken to you in the longest time. Go get the link and come in here. I am giving you a direct order, sir. Nick W says USA is drowning in Funko Pops. Save us, Chester. Oh no, I imagine it's true, dude, because they were
But
everywhere there.
it's because the girls love those figures, and because of it's cheap.
Oh, plenty
It's
of boys
cheap.
buy them too.
Yeah. But if you see,
Cheap.
but they get
I
it for their
saw-
girlfriends.
I sell them at my shop. Yeah, I mean, plenty of guys buy them too. Adults buy them.
Yeah,
They're
because
just a fun little cute thing to have on your desk at work or at home. Some people collect the hell out of them. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Well,
but
my
it's cheap.
wife didn't
That's
care for them.
They're
My
the new
daughter
Beanie
thought they were cute.
Babies.
Yeah, they're the new Beanie
Oh,
Babies.
Cabbage Patch Kids. I remember the Cabbage Patch Kids. Now,
Mhm.
you guys got to help me out here. Tank Ferret says 07 or 07. I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what that means. Someone help
I
me.
think he's saluting.
Yeah, he's saluting. It's a
Oh, yes,
an
sir.
emoji.
I get it.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I'm really not. I'm such a boomer.
That's a
I
good.
mean,
That's a good emoji.
it is a good
Yeah.
emoji. I get it now completely. Salute. Yes, sir. Hi.
Right.
All right. Let's move on to the next one, though. That's cute. All right. Let me see. I'll just go down the row. Why not? All right.
Yeah.
Oh, now before we get into this article, I'm going to let Denelli introduce it as you usually usually does. But I'd like to ask just a kind of off the topic question. Taika Waititi, I think, is that how you pronounce his
Taika.
name, or Taika? I don't know. Waititi, I know how that's because Booster helped me out with that.
And why is it important that that's him?
Anyway, this dude,
Because of Black Panther.
yeah,
No.
right, okay, but we'll
No,
get into
no.
what the article here in a second. But I want to talk about
Okay.
Waititi himself. What do
Okay.
you guys think of this dude's directing ability? Because he's
So
the
he's
hot
done
ticket right
Black
now.
Panther and what else? What else?
He
did
didn't
He
do
did
he didn't do Black
Ragnarok.
Panther.
No, Ragnarok.
Yeah, he did
Oh, he did
Ragnarok.
Thor
Oh my
Ragnarok,
goodness!
that's
Smack
right,
me in
yeah.
the face, Denali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
yeah, you're right.
Because
Yeah, he
I
did.
didn't care for Ragnarok at all. I thought that was a sloppy, messy movie. I didn't care for it at all.
There's a lot of people who do like it though.
Yeah, no, and
And
that's cool. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
me
and I think
personally.
he had fun with it. I think it was okay. It was definitely a popcorn Marvel movie, so I think it's okay.
You know what? I was gonna say this about it. Like, I didn't mind maybe the directing, like the cinematography of it. You know how the scenes were set up,
Yeah.
what was shown, the visuals and everything like that, and how it progressed forward. I thought was okay. It was the writing of it and the story itself that I had
That was
problems
the
with.
worst part. Yeah, absolutely.
Which, of course, then now that I looked at that, he was involved in that too. Then okay, yeah, never mind.
Well, that's what I'm asking
Yeah.
because he's a hot ticket right
so-
now.
Well,
Yeah.
it's because he has that offbeat humor. I mean, if you have HBO and you watch The Flight of the Conchords, he did that. He also did
Oh,
that
he
what
did
we
Flight of
do
the
in the
Conchords.
shadows.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Yeah,
I Flight of the Conchords awesome. What We Do in the Shadows awesome. Well, I love
yeah.
those things.
So
Yeah, all right. There you go.
and
But
and he wrote Moana.
Moana.
So
I
yeah,
see.
Moana,
Okay,
he
yeah,
wrote
he's
it.
talented then. So I get why
yeah,
he got the opportunity, and now I also understand clearly why
yeah,
I hated it, because it's not. It's his style is awesome for what it is, but it's not good for a
yeah.
Marvel movie. I get it now.
Exactly.
Okay.
He's an offbeat actor, character, and all that, and he brings his quirkiness that doesn't really fit for the
I
Marvel
get it.
formula.
Well, then, actually, now
Yeah.
that I know that, thank you very much, Denali. Now I'm
Mhm.
even more excited about this article. Why don't you go ahead and introduce it, man?
That's true.
Ta- yeah, Taika Waititi's to co-write and direct Time Bandits TV series because they didn't put that in works at Apple from Paramount's Anonymous Context and MRC.
Well, that's not a very well written headline, but nevertheless, Time Bandits TV series Waititi.
Hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That does sound good. Can they get away
Yeah.
with you? Because Time Bandits had a full cast of little people.
Oh yeah. Yeah, a bunch
Yeah.
of dwarves, yeah.
Yeah.
They were awesome,
So
man.
you know,
That's an
I
awesome
would
movie.
think in this day and age you'd have to watch out, or you'd get people, you know,
No, I think they can
upset.
do it.
Why?
Yeah.
Just because it's people, I'm just saying.
Do they
And then
hate
I know,
little people?
and I'll
Is
let
there
that
some
rest.
problem with little people? I like little people.
I'll let that rest right where no is the problem is with the whole rest of the world
Oh, I see.
that gets hurt at everything else and standing
Mhm.
up for other people. This, on the other hand, yeah.
Mm.
Going back to this, I think this is a great idea. You know,
I think
like
it's
because we,
awesome, dude.
like you said,
Right.
the same thing we did not like about Ragnarok, and I thought there were some great parts of it,
Yeah, yeah.
and then there were some bad parts of it. I think those bad parts would make Time Bandits still fit.
Yeah, it would be
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And for those of you guys who don't know, Time Bandits is part of the Terry Gilliam playbook. And if you haven't seen Terry Gilliam films, in particular Time Bandits, please do go watch it because it is
Right.
absolutely charming and awesome. I
It's been a
think
Right.
my
while since I've seen it.
favorite
I need to
Gilliam
rewatch it.
movie is The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, but
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
Time Bandits is certainly up there.
Is Ice Pirates one of those?
No, Ice Pirates was a Corman movie, actually.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
So
It came
yeah,
from that same realm.
that's why I added just to clarify because I saw in the chat. No, don't reboot Time
No, they're
Bandits.
not rebooting
That's why.
it.
Yeah, that's why I added TV series
Yeah, it's a TV
because they
series,
didn't put that. Yeah.
Billy
clarify.
Barty. Oh man, what a great guy.
yeah. So now that I know who YTT is, um,
Mhm.
I'm very excited about this. I was already peaked. My interest was already peaked, but he's perfect for that. I mean, that style of, especially, have you guys seen What We Do in the Dark? That is such a brilliant movie, dude. I love that movie. You know,
Yeah,
so,
they're readapting it to the FX. So they're making a TV series off of that as well.
oh, really? Yeah, because that was very
Mhm.
clever. Let me come over here and just catch up with the chat. Model 3 says they are cheap, and
Talk about
I don't know
pops.
what that word wants to be. Something your fandom. People love them. It seems so. Love Thor Ragnarok and What We Do in the Shadows. I agree with half of that, Cat. Model 3 says, "Dear God, please do not reboot." Oh, I see. No, they're not rebooting it, dude. Cat says he's good with comedy. He is. He is. Ragnarok, Velna says. I don't know if that is a. I should say Ragnarok or Ragnarok. I don't know. Choose.
Right.
Kat says he let his actors do a lot of improv, which can be a good or bad thing. We know with Ghostbusters 2016 that was a bad thing. George says
Yeah,
it
that was
was.
Paul Fig not listening to Dan Aykroyd when he told you this is not funny and you should do these scenes and didn't do it, and they had to go back and do those
Spent a
scenes.
ton of money. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Taika, whatever you pronounce his name, Waititi. I know how to pronounce that because Booster educated us.
Taika.
Waititi
Yeah.
is a James Gunn substitute. Okay, I think it's a fair one.
Yeah.
I like James Gunn too, but I like this guy's work in general. Tank says, "Grr, I'm having tech issues." That is excuses, sir. I will not take excuses. Valenlit says, "What we do in the shadows." What are you doing, Valenlit? You're just putting movie titles with no emotion. What am I supposed to say? Uh,
Well, basically, she was answering the questions like 5 minutes ago. What we were talking about, and it's just getting to them now.
oh, I see. Yeah, no, yeah, we're gonna move on from it. I just, that's exciting. We got a lot of little cool news like this today, huh, Denelli? Because
Right.
that's cool. Next, right? How about that? Oh, this is cool too.
Andy Serkis and Thomas Brody Sangster to star in Fox adaptations of Mouse Guard.
Oh my God, dude.
Dude, I can't wait.
My
Yeah.
God, please do not screw this up, dude.
Oh, I
Do-
know, right? No.
Now, if you guys don't know what's would one of you guys like to? Because I mean, I usually do it, but let's have someone else do
I
it.
have the book. I have the book. Mouse Guard is a comic book based on these mouses, like medieval mouses.
Mice,
You know,
mice, yes,
mice.
please, mice. Yes, thank you.
Mice.
You're hurting me.
Fine. Mice. Who are protectors of Lock Haven, and they deal with the predators and heart conditions, and they're the guards and they're the pathfinders, and they make sure that they connect to all the villages and kind of protect the little communities. So they're always telling like these small stories about these mice.
Now, Mouse Guard. Actually, most people kind of think of it as being this graphic novel, and
It's
it
also
is.
an RPG.
But it's actually an RPG, and it's a really cool one too.
It's great for the kids.
It's
Whoa, this
amazing.
looks cool.
It is an amazing introduction to role playing in this game. It's beautifully laid out. The art is stunning. The storytelling is stunning. This is really cool thing actually, and the
Tag me in.
Yeah, dude, go ahead.
Hand me some dice. I'm just looking at this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
gotta-
go
Yeah,
ahead.
dude, I sell this all the time at my shop.
I got the
It
game
is
sitting right,
such a good
right
game.
below me, dude. I have the wooden box set, the deluxe set.
Oh, you got the
Brad.
collector's edition?
Yes,
Nice.
stunning, dude. It was
I have
expensive,
got
but
to
it's
look
worth
into
it.
this.
Yeah. This is a beautiful comic, or I'd say graphic novel, and it's a beautiful role playing game. And so, I've had a love, as anybody who has contact with this has nothing but love for this, right? For a long time, and now all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Andy Serkis is going to be doing Mouse Guard. You've got to be kidding me, dude. That is
This
very
is
cool.
my people.
Yes, it
Yep.
is. This is our
Right.
people, dude.
It's
This is
such
awesome. man.
such a good game, good comic.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm
try to
pretty sure
find comics now because they are going to skyrocket
Oh
in
yeah.
value.
Mhm.
You know, as
Yeah,
soon
so
as
this
they-
is
I
stellar
got the
news.
book.
I mean, goodness gracious, how did they get such? Because Andy Serkis is got to be in just incredibly in demand, right? How did this project get such a high level of interest to get Andy Serkis on? I don't know, but I'm happy
Look at
it did, man.
Look at the book. It's Mouse Guard.
It's
I mean, you
stunning,
give
yeah.
him, he would have been just like, yeah, sign me up. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be that old mentor mouse
I bet you.
traveling,
I
and
bet
he's
you,
going to be,
yeah.
and the young fellow's going to be the younger, train mouse in training.
Besides Mouse Guard, the other thing I liked with rats or mice was the Secret of Nim.
Oh yeah, that's another
And-
amazing one. That's a lot
This
darker.
and it is a lot darker, but dude, they're both so good. They're so good, both of them.
They are.
And,
They are. It's amazing, and I just can't believe how stoked I am for this. As excited as I am about Time Bandits coming out, this is something special. I really hope this is amazing, because I know that the majority of the public, the normies, I guess as we like to call them, they don't know what this is. They have no clue. Right,
Mhm.
but the rest of us who do, it's just like, wow, this is cool news, dude.
Yeah, they're gonna be in for a treat.
Yeah.
The question is it going to be animated like the cartoon, like
course.
like the book, make it look, or are they going to do CG?
Oh.
But do water paint. So
I think they're going to do CG because of Andy Serkis. You don't really get him without
CG. Like
Yeah, but
really
you see, CGing fur is a lot easier than skin.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so it actually could work, but
doing tufts.
I would much love, because when I first saw this news, the thing that popped in my head was Watership Down, right?
Mm.
And that style of animation is what popped into my head, And but if they go with the motion capture and stuff like that, I mean that's fine too. I think it'll be. I'm looking. I just want mouse guard because
Mhm.
it is so cool. It's just
Is there a release date in the thing or
um,
estimated release date in the article?
I didn't see one. No.
Mm.
No, they're starting in May, so they don't have a really
It's
release
probably gonna be
date.
next year, first next
Yeah.
year. Then
Look how
probably
they're calling it a sort of Game of Thrones with mice. Okay, if that sells it,
because
I
they
guess.
didn't know.
But
They don't
not,
know. The
they,
person who wrote this article doesn't know
no,
what
they
it
don't
is.
know what it is. Yeah,
You got to sell
Yeah.
it.
yeah, but that's
Oh
fine. I
wait,
don't mind that reference. It's not
it's shot
accurate.
being. Hold on, scroll down just a little bit. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So it's shot being using motion capture.
Yeah.
With weta visual effect. Oh yeah, it's gonna be CG.
Yep.
It is.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. And I would say this is, Game of Thrones is not the right reference at all. In a way, I'd almost want to say Star Wars is a better reference. As far as
Mm.
the progression of Luke, it's
Yeah,
more.
I think they just wanted to tie it to medieval theme,
Yeah,
medieval
no, but
fantasy
you know what I
theme.
mean. You get the Star Wars reference, though,
Yeah, I
right?
get you.
It
Yeah.
does have that feel. But yeah, no, this is amazing news. Very, very cool.
Josh, furries are gonna love it.
Yeah, cool, good, man. More the merrier. Nick W says, Love Don Bluth's The Secret of NIMH film." Yeah, dude, Don Bluth did a lot of good stuff. Um, let's see here. George says, "Going to be a lot of motion capture in Mouse Guard." Yeah, no, of course. But I mean, of course they have to have the snake fight, right? In the initial
Mm-hmm.
arc, of course they're going to have that. Oh, that was
Got
great.
you. Got
Mm.
you.
But it has
Uh,
Yeah.
it's a story that has some really tender moments. It has some good action moments. It has some good mentoring moments. It's yeah, I'll talk about it all day. I got to get off of it. Um,
Yeah.
I hate them Mises to pieces. Yes, nice reference. Nice reference.
Mises tastes good.
Yeah. All right. Let's move down. Did I just hear a new voice in here with me, or was that DeWolf?
No, it's Tank.
It's Tank. He followed orders. Hello,
Hey
Tank.
guys.
How you doing, man? You went.
Hey,
You
how's it going?
We're doing
Good,
well, man.
man.
Nice to have you on, man. I haven't talked to you in a while. So are you enjoying our news so far today?
I am. I'm very excited for David Peterson. He's a fantastic. We're not familiar. David Peterson's guy who created Mouse Guard.
Yeah.
He did that. How he got. I know how he got into this. How he got Andy Serkis,
Oh, you
and he's. I don't know if you guys have been following. He's been doing some Dark Crystal stuff for the
do?
last few
Oh,
years, and it is phenomenal. I mean, it just you look at these beautiful illustrations on toned paper, and it
Yep.
really just it hits that nostalgia button right in the curlies.
Mhm.
yeah, it does. No, Mouse Guard is stunning. We're not joking. If you guys don't know Mouse Guard, go check it out, dude. We are comic book people, and that is a stunning graphic novel.
Mhm.
Go get it. It's actually 3
Uh,
volumes, I think now, or 4. How many volumes are they up to in that?
it's gorgeous.
I want to say 3.
This
Yeah,
it's
3. I think it's 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 and 1 upcoming planning.
Because they do the seasons, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I know they have fall and winter, which is the
mhm.
first one. If you want to get the start of this fall, Mouse Guard
Autumn.
fall.
It's autumn.
No, the title is fall.
Autumn.
That's what fall. 1152. It's fall.
I know.
I
I'm
have
just
the
kidding,
book.
dude. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
So, and they have. So yeah, so you want fall 1152. That's the first one. The second one is winter 1152, and then the third one is spring 1153. And then they're going back to the prequel, which is the Weasley War of 1149.
Yeah, no, yeah. And Kat said, "Trip to the comic book store." Yeah, dude. I mean, I cannot recommend Mouse Guard enough. I mean,
Yeah.
we talk about a lot of comics over here, things we like, and we recommendation. But honestly, if you've never read Mouse Guard, you need to go pick that up. It's really beautiful. It's a special thing. And what a day we're having here, right? We start out with Time Bandits TV series, awesome. A Mouse Guard movie,
Mhm.
awesome. And then what is
Yeah.
this? What is this awesomeness right here, Denali?
Warner Brother and DC developing Dr. Fate movie.
Oh,
About time.
please don't screw this up. Ah.
Yeah.
Now this
Yeah.
is just this is an awesome day, and please ignore the angry ultra dude of darkness over here, on the right. Yeah, no, Doctor Fate movie. Why haven't they done this already? Is my question really? It's perfect for cinema, right?
Because they were banking on their most popular heroes, Superman and Batman, and when that started failing, they were forced, like Marvel kind of was forced, to up their game with the lesser known superheroes like Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and now Dr. Fate, because not a lot of people know who Dr. Fate is outside of our.
Well, yeah, it's like how many Superman stories can you tell? You know, how many Batman stories can you redo in a movie? Over and over and over. You're gonna have to pull from your archive to pull people into your universe again.
Well, see, the thing in live action, they've never actually told any of the Superman stories yet. We haven't seen Brainiac, right? Why?
Nope. They always do the origin story or
it's silly.
some other version of Lex Luthor, and I get it because that's kind of at his core back in the day.
Or Metallo.
Kind of Metallo, yeah.
But I mean, Dr. Fate is really cool because ultimately what you're dealing with is a magical helmet. I mean, that's what it really is. It doesn't matter who's in it, really.
Yeah.
It's the helmet itself. And of course, it's actually one of the gods of magic.
It's stuck in the helmet, yeah.
Yeah, and it's you can do it's so different. This is a different story, something different that people can latch onto, and the visuals in this you can just knock out of the park, right?
I mean, can you imagine a Shazam Captain Marvel / team up with Dr. Fate?
Oh yeah, it's perfectly
Shazam,
together.
Shazam, Dr.
And
Fate,
here's where they can play that.
And Wonder Woman too. She's a magic-based character as well.
Yeah,
sure.
They can do the Dark Justice League. Or Justice League Dark.
Well, here's something that they can do that they love to do. They love to play this identity politics nonsense, right? Well, Dr. Fate can be anybody because I do believe in the comics, just about everybody's been Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Just about, yeah.
Well,
at some point in time, they could pick it up and hand it off and exactly what you're saying.
Wonder Woman, your turn.
Is the character.
It's the helmet.
Everyone else is just the vessel.
Yeah. Yes, right.
Everyone else is just the vessel.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So you can have a lot of fun with that. I don't, like you said, I don't understand why they haven't done this, because when you think about it from a strictly marketing point of view, like how can you hit the most marketing demographics at the same time? It's like, dude, Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Because Dr. can be anybody.
I'm very excited about
that's
it.
Important.
I just really hope they don't screw it up in some stupid way. Just do Dr. Fate. I mean, come on. But Nick W says, thank you,
Good
Chester.
script. That's all it needs.
Warner Brothers hates Superman. Yeah, dude, they just don't tell his stories. Roger Heller says, okay, a DOC Fate movie would be awesome. I would go see that. Yeah, right? Right? Valenus says, just like that Jim Carrey movie. Okay, dude, I can drop kick across oceans. Understand that.
I would like to see a Booster Gold movie.
Well, Booster Gold could be a fun movie, actually, if they did it in a comedic way. Because he's kind of a buffoon, right?
Yeah. I mean, you can see him looking at pictures of Batman and Superman. Oh, the greats. I should go back to that time. And he ends up like going back and meeting Aquaman. The modern day Aquaman that we have now in the movies.
Well, and he's an idiot criminal too.
Yeah, it would be awesome. Like, be a tag team of it could be a duo buddy type, movie type situation.
Absolutely, and now that I've just sitting here talking and thinking about Booster Gold, which is something I never do, I now understand Booster better.
He's taking the piss, as Booster would say.
Taking, yes, that's I said having the piss, and he said that wasn't correct. Yeah, So okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
But anyway, I don't know what to say, guys. This is a great day. We
Mhm.
have talk about Time Bandits, we have talk about Mouse Guard, and we have talk about a Dr. Fate movie. That is awesome. Can we keep it going? Can we have more awesomeness? Can we? Oh,
No.
No.
maybe not. Go ahead. This is
So,
stupid CBScomicbook.com, which sucks. Anyway, go ahead.
so for those who are unaware, YouTube is reportedly combating Captain Marvel trolls by changing its search algorithms. Basically, anything with negative content for Captain Marvel or Brie Larson or anything like that, they're hiding it so it doesn't appear up, like pops up in the search engine as like the first thing. They're just bringing in all the, you know, authoritative sources,
Hmm. Well,
to kind of show that
they're going to run into
the
a
positive.
problem because everybody is calling this a mediocre movie. There's no one that of any actual reviewer that's actually praising the movie. Nobody. Everybody is saying it's a mediocre. Now, some people are going harder at it, particularly a lot of people in our community, which I think, I understand that. But
Mhm.
Mhm.
it doesn't matter. It's a middle of the road movie that's going to be at the bottom of Marvel's movies as far as what is beloved. It is making money. And like I said, I knew it was going to. I'm not shocked by that. But Julia Alexander here, a blue checkmark person, which is interesting. This is kind of
Mhm.
a fascinating discovery. YouTube seems to have changed the immediate Brie Larson search results to news. Okay. That pushes up authoritative sources and in turn pushes trolls or MRI style video rants pretty far down the page. Here's what it was versus now. And she's making some, she's showing that off. It was just kind of interesting, but
Mhm.
it's like, who's authoritative? How do you make
That's
that
a
decision?
that's ABC. That's the mainstream news.
Mhm.
Okay, so shield
Ba-
marketing.
ba-
All right.
Basically that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
And
you're an
this is.
actual person that actually has an opinion, oh, well,
Yeah.
that you're not an authority. You
Now,
just have an
Mhm.
opinion.
Now, this was news the other day. Rotten Tomatoes. We were doing the weekend stuff, which we don't do a lot of news. We don't do news on the weekend per se. But
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes had changed, had this purging of 50,000 user reviews, which it was a mistake. Someone pressed the wrong
It was a
button.
glitch. It was
Sure.
a
Yeah.
glitch.
Uh
But
huh.
even
Uh
if,
huh.
and here's the thing that everybody's been saying for a fact, even with the 50,000 reviews, it only went up 5 points at that time.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
haven't
Well,
really
now it's
checked.
hovering a little over 50% right now. So.
Yeah, but
53. Yeah.
here's the thing, though. This is the thing that gets you right here, right? With Captain Marvel currently earning well above its initial box office projection. No, it's not. It's actually right on the first progression we heard long ago. It's
It's
what
slightly
120?
low.
Yeah, what is it
Uh,
here? Let me see. This
it's
article is covering that
150.
153. Okay, so it
100,
actually is a little bit
yeah.
over. It is actually about 33 million over because the initial one was
N-
120. And
No,
Yeah.
No, the
180.
initial was
oh,
180.
180.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. I think
Yeah.
it settled on 120. I see. I see. So okay, it's a little
Yeah.
under the initial projection, but it's about what everyone expected. It's in that's what was expected of it, and it did really well. And that's a good opening. Now, will it sustain domestically?
Yeah.
Who
Second
knows?
week is
We'll
going to
see.
be. I'm pretty sure there's going to be like 70 to probably 80% drop off.
There will be a huge drop off because the movie is just not this. It has a lot of trouble, so there will be drop off. But I do notice a lot of people are basically grabbing this global number, the 455, and going nuts about it. That's
Of
not
course.
accurate, guys. The domestic is
Right.
what they need, and it's a good start. That is a good 153 million is nothing to sneeze at. That's a good domestic pull, man. But this, I mean, we have to think that they're probably getting maybe they're getting less than 20%. I don't know the exact contracts they have, but we can assume it's around 20%. So about 20% of this money is actually what they're going to get in their pocket because overseas stuff, they don't make a lot of money on that. So we can say
Yeah.
that
No,
it's
that
actually about a $200 million movie opening for them. Plus you take away, and this is something you might not
oh,
know. Um,
marketing and then making the movie cost. I don't think they made a profit yet.
Oh, not yet, not yet. But you have to keep in mind, depending on who it is, and I'm assuming Disney is pretty heavy-handed with it. The opening weekend, the box office in the cinemas, they don't make very much, or even any. Like with Star Wars, for instance, they don't make any money at all from those movies in the first weekend, right? And then
Mhm.
it segments week to week on what percentage of monies they get. So the cinemas really need these movies to have staying power for them to actually make money. But I don't know how heavy-handed Disney itself is.
No, they just sell popcorn to make money.
They do. They do. That's right. So we
Oh
can
my
assume the
lord.
majority of this money is actually going into Disney's coffers. So let's say it's 200 million. Maybe bring it down a little bit. Let's say 170 million
Look,
dollars they made this weekend. That's pretty good.
so yeah, so their budget's 152 million. So they just broke even for that
Yeah,
part.
but
But even
For
though
production.
it's
for
double that.
production purposes, yeah.
It's double that. So I
So
think
we,
this movie is moving toward breaking even, but I'm not shocked. I said all along I thought it was going to have a good opening weekend. Is anybody here actually shocked that they made money?
Not
no,
really.
because
Yeah.
I mean, we have to remember that, sometimes when we talk about everybody else being in a bubble, we kind of are in our own bubble as well.
Yeah.
So the normal people don't really browse for things. The normal people really just like, hey, here's a movie. Let's check it
Yeah,
out.
they're not going to troll Twitter like we are. So.
Are
Yeah.
you ready for the real commentary?
Yeah.
I mean, not
Oh,
that you
boy.
guys weren't providing real commentary, but the real Captain Marvel fan commentary of Comicsgate,
Hmm.
because I'm the only guy there is.
Okay.
So here's the thing that I'm getting out of this is they're
Mhm.
making more than the adjusted estimate after the shock of the Brie Larson comments, but they're still making less than the original projection, right?
Mhm.
And that's great. That's great for Captain. I haven't seen it yet. Okay. Matter of
Haven't
fact,
either.
not only yes, I am the great fan behind this, but at the same time, I haven't quite yet seen it yet because I have a level of decorum I have to stick with. So what has happened, and this is my theory on this, is that the second week is a big deal because a lot of people did go and see it for various reasons. Because I wouldn't say necessarily that it's because it is the female led superhero movie. It is different. They show up the flashy things. Here she is flying around, zap, zap, zap. Hey, that looks cool. That looks almost Guardian of the Galaxy type stuff. Okay, it's got Samuel Jackson in it. We want to see what's going on there. It's MCU. First off, right? We're gonna go see the Marvel movie.
Yeah.
Not only are we gonna see the Marvel movie, but we're gonna go see the movie that is after Infinity War and introduces us to a new character who they say is going to be pivotal because of the drop pager. Who is this Captain Marvel? Now her movie's coming out. I got to find out who she is and what's going to happen in going into the end game. Okay?
Right.
That's the big deal. This is your last Jedi moment because I've given you a movie. It's going to be big. Here's a new character. I don't think it's going to affect in-game because in-game, of course, has all the hype of all the characters and all the storyline coming from the previous 11 years. The big telltale sign is going to come out when Captain Marvel number deuce comes out, right?
Mhm.
When 2 comes out, now it's just going to be a sequel focusing on her without having the whole Infinity War storyline involved. You're going to see whether or not that this has had a lasting impact or not. Compare that to Guardians of the Galaxy 1, where it was a huge hit. Nobody knew who the characters were. And then, of course, they went back again to see Guardians of the Galaxy 2 because they fell in love with them.
Mhm. No, that's true. Now, I think you've missed some news this weekend. So I will add some caveats, which you just said. First of all,
Okay.
we know Brie Larson was brought on what, 7, 8 picture deal? I mean, ridiculous number, right? When she was hired, right, in
Mhm.
her contract. But over the weekend, or
She can be
maybe Friday,
comatose in one of those and still
um,
get paid.
no, hold on a second. Now, she went on. No, she went on Jimmy Kimmel, and she was bad talking the cast. She didn't like
Oh
him.
yeah.
She didn't like working with him. She was being a real bitch on Jimmy Kimmel.
That
Kevin
was a joke.
Feige is rip pissed, and
Oh, really?
there's already calls going out from not just us, but from actual people inside and supposed leaks. That who knows? That's rumor. That they're actually already talking about recasting Captain Marvel.
Oh, really?
This has gone right to her head, and she went out in the promo stuff during the opening weekend for Jimmy Kimmel. Of course, that's where they always go, Jimmy Kimmel, and she was just an absolute terror bitch, man. So
I
she
thought it was a
has.
trolling. I thought it was making just bad jokes. From what I
I
saw.
don't know, but this is lit things up, and there's a lot of stuff leaking out of Hollywood because when you see leaking coming out of a studio, it's because it's
Yeah.
dysfunctional, right? And if you think, let's take a look at it, right? For the past so many years, Lucasfilm, right, has had nothing
Right.
but leaks constantly coming out of it because of all the dissension that's going on over there. But we haven't seen anything coming out of Marvel, nothing, until
Until
recently,
now.
right?
Yeah.
So it's a very interesting thing to keep an eye on because the reason we didn't see anything coming out of Marvel wasn't because they had different rules or stuff. No, it's exactly the same. It's all Disney. It's because they were happy. People were enjoying themselves. They were excited to be part of it. But this one actress has come in and stirred things to such a point that it's actually created dissension in Marvel Studios that we're actually getting leaks now. So
Oh,
this
and
is
you did
just
have
a
a happy
wonderful human
family.
being.
Everyone, whenever you saw them talking on their big press conferences, everyone talked about how Robert Downey Jr. would hold his luncheons and things, and invite all the people around, and they had a big happy family, and you had Chris and Chris and Chris,
Mhm.
all coming over
Gotta have the
and
Chris's.
enjoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, and that was a family, and everybody got involved in everything, and it was, I mean, come on, it's RDJ, so it's guy led. I don't know if she could have possibly, going along with this rumor. I'll go ahead and play a little devil's advocate as well, to where, yeah, she didn't walk in, think with her bitch boots on, if I can say that, and say, I'm here now, RD, hey, and I'm at the part, I'm at RDJ's party. Everybody look at me. I could possibly see that from what I have seen so far. Yeah.
No, and it doesn't matter whether the rumor is true or not. That's not the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm making is she's done enough to create dissension over there. That is
Yeah.
obviously evident. So whether this rumor is specifically true or not doesn't matter. She has not been a team player. She is causing trouble, right?
Right.
And that's
Yeah,
the
I am
point
with
I'm
you.
making. Yeah.
It's plausible. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, like I say, if we go interdimensional, if we come up with all kinds of new energies available, mutant powers, you just got to have her in another in another film with Rogue. She goes into a coma and she comes out as Emily Blunt.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that would be cool. But here's the thing. And now this, of course, with Captain Marvel coming in, and especially the way they've done it, this opens the doors wide for Quasar. And I'm kind of wondering what you're going to think when Quasar comes out as a movie, but it's a female, a black woman who was in a wheelchair and
Ooh.
possibly transgendered.
I wouldn't know where they would go because there is Phyla-Vell, but
Yeah, that's
Quasar,
right.
I don't, geez, I don't. That's really tough. Okay, so here's the thing. They have you got me started.
Mhm.
They have Agents of Shield, right? So this is a great ability for them to tie in Shield with the quantum zone and the so-called quantum bands. And of course, the quantum bands have to come from someplace else. They come from a different entity, Eon, and they're an old object created long ago by some of these entities out there, Eternals. So if you have the Eternals, and then you have all these cosmic entities, and then you can bring in one of those through these
That's right.
quantum bands,
The Eternals.
tying the Agent of Shield, who then gets them and becomes protector of the universe, which we may need, once again, because if we have her gone, I mean, you're right. I wouldn't mind take this concept. I wouldn't mind if Wendell Vaughn became Wendy Vaughn,
Oof.
and she was a buxom blonde,
Oof.
and she was trying to
Take a buck
trying to fight and do
A
whatever and put on
buxom
quantum bands and tapped into the
Asian.
quantum zone and how they're setting it up. That would be cool. That would be awesome.
I'm going to make 2 points here, and I will get to the chat in a minute, guys. I trust me, I'm paying attention. Um, replace Carol Danvers with Monica Rambeau, Nick says. Now, here's an interesting thing from the reviews. It seems fairly universal to me that everyone liked the actress playing Monica Rambeau. She seemed to be a little bit of a bright spot in the movie. So that is possible. But here, let me add this thing though. Let me ask this question, because we know that Kevin Feige is a genius. We know this. He's already proven it,
Yes.
right?
Mm.
Now what if they brought her on for 7 films, right? What if she's actually the big baddie? What if they're doing a big twist and she is the next thing they have to defeat?
That'd be cool.
The villain, meaning. Because from what you're getting from the reviews, she's extremely villainous in the way she acts. What if Kevin Feige is way ahead of us here?
It's possible.
That'd be amazing.
It'd be genius. It would be.
You just blew. Oh
But-
wow! I'm sorry, guys.
Did I
But-
almost kill you with that?
Yeah,
You
you
almost
did.
killed me.
But I doubt
That's
it.
awesome.
That would be awesome.
And then if she does it on the Jimmy Kimmel show like this, it's like taking Andy Kaufman's
Mm,
playbook
mm.
and putting it and using it for the MCU. That would be genius. I would be
It
over
would be
genius.
dude. Yeah. Let me catch up with
Mhm.
the chat here real quick though.
But then again, we're smarter than they are, and we already know that.
See, no, but if they were actually playing that all along, and the idea is to turn her into a villain, and she's actually part of it, it makes her a good guy in the end, right? Brie Larson herself.
To be
Interesting,
playing
interesting.
along and to take the fall like that.
Yeah, no, that would
Wow.
be too brilliantly genius and awesome. Once again, Andy Kaufman's only come once a generation. Is it time? Anyway, Model 3 says, sorry, I don't believe these numbers. Empty theaters reported everywhere. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. They do a lot of lying, and it could be, but I'm not surprised, dude. It's a Marvel movie. I mean, honestly. Let's see here. Let me try. I lost myself. It popped up. Okay, agreed. Model 3 says, bad prequels. She is replaceable. Yes, she is. Joshua says, they recast Hulk and War Machine, so maybe. Yep. McCrank, hey McCrank, our Norwegian brother. Surprise, surprise, a feminist ruining shit again. Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Fantastic Four and X-Men. See, that's where I would think they would go with Chapter 2, or the next book would be that direction, and try to save it and make it something cool. Joshua says, yeah, replace her with Rogue. Female Quasar is cool. Okay. Yeah, no, they could bring in Rogue, introducing the X-Men, really pushing the X-Men, and have a cameo where Rogue just sucks her powers out, and she's in a coma, and therefore we don't have
That'd
to
be
ever see
so
her again.
totally twist.
Yeah. Tank says Captain Marvel, he was having tech issues, so Captain Marvel should do a big heroic sacrifice in Endgame. Monica will get the power and become Captain Marvel, and everything will be right with the universe. Yeah, maybe. Nick W says replace Carol Danvers with Monica Rambeau. There's been a lot of that talk. Well met, Dark. Oh, they're talking to each other. Hey, Comic Book Bob is in here. Sadly, I think Captain Marvel will be MCU's Last Jedi. We'll see. We'll see. George
Yeah.
says the ending of Endgame can use the reality shifting effects of the gems, and we all get newer, younger actors for Phase 4. The Fantastic Four, Big Bad's Doom, and Galactus, and Namor. Maybe.
Oh, please, no, just younger actors.
No, I mean, I really think that we're going to see a major shift into Fantastic Four and X-Men. Why wouldn't they? They just spent how much money to get them? I mean, it's got to be. Let's see.
Don't get me wrong. I love the fact that Tom is young, playing young Peter Parker, but I don't want all of my heroes to be young like this.
Yeah.
I want some of them to be older, like Reed Richards with some gray in his hair.
Yep. That's true.
I
So
would
do
love
I.
a Wolverine Spider-Man team up.
Now,
movie.
I actually watch. I don't know how much you guys watch international films and stuff from other countries. I mean, most Americans don't. I'm in a different situation, so I watch a lot of films from other countries. And I actually, one of the countries I enjoy watching movies and TV shows from is Turkey. Now, my Turkish is quite horrible, but I
You're not
can.
going to talk about The Protector, are you?
No, no. I was just going to mention something like Immortal or The Immortals, which is another one, or some of the movies. But my point is there are other places that are they're making real serious attempts at trying to get into this level of filmmaking, this level of production. Turkey
Oh
being
yeah.
one of them. Iran puts out some amazing drama. There are some countries that are really pushing hard. China is as well. And the thing that's interesting about them, particularly like Turkey, it feels to me like they're kind of in the 80s, how we were in the 80s, where they are in their production. They're behind us. But there are some really cool things coming out of there, dude. And they're really trying to do the superhero stuff. There's a lot of it. And it's neat because it has that old world arcade, artifact and old ancient language, magic, mystery touch to it because of who they are. They're Turkish, right? It's really cool. There's some cool stuff coming out, and it's surprising that with like Iran because in the West we get all this indoctrination that Iran is this horrible terrorist state and they're third world and they're horrible, horrible. No, they're not. They're not
You're
at all.
weird.
I know I'm weird, but it is what it is. So, because when it comes right down to it, the reason why we say all those bad things about Iran is because of Saudi Arabia, because they're enemies, right? But Iran also puts out some really good dramas. Actually, they're really good
Don't you be
filmmakers.
dropping conspiratorial truth when it's not Sunday?
I wouldn't do that, dude. I'm serious. Valent says they could do Avenger babies, like X babies from the comics. Yeah, maybe. I'm out of three. I'd like Chester in there as well. What? I need to be one of the oiled gods. That's what I need to be. But
No, they're talking about something different.
Well,
what are they talking about?
A meeting with John Dillard.
Oh yeah, no, okay. Yeah, no, we should get together and talk about that, guys. I have a little bit of time today too, so maybe we should do that today after this show, which we're going to be ending here real soon. Um, what is this I put up? Should I click on that? Is that something I want to show? Oh yeah, that mouse card. Awesome. Okay. But let's go over here and finish this up today. And Indicron. Now, of course, we talk about Indicron all the time because it's an amazing, the Comicsgate hub, as they have it here. It's an amazing place to get access to all the things, and it shows a lot of the upcoming too. Oh, this is interesting. What's this one? Let me just click on that. I'm going to click on it. I've clicked it. Star Blades. What? Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Writer Kyle Ritter, artist Kyle Ritter, bought. This is upcoming, dude. Hold on, I'm going to read this. In the distant future, an asteroid collides with Earth, destroying life as we know it. The survivors have forged a new world, a world of swords and sorcery powered by the mystical star metal. Earth is drawn into an ongoing intergalactic war waged by the Corruptor, an ancient evil that seeks to control all star metal. Earth's only hope is a team of heroes known as the Star Blades. Dun dun da 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 da. 80s awesome cartoonist, dude.
Super Hot's coming to mind right now. Let's see more of that artwork, buddy.
I was thinking more of Thundercats. vibe there.
Oh yes, yes.
Oh yeah, dude.
Carl Ritter's artwork's good.
It's
I'm
okay.
down
I'm
with
just
this.
dying over here, dude.
It's okay.
He's dying.
Look at this. That is gorgeous, man.
It's no handy
Star
man,
Blade.
but that's all right.
With blades coming from stars, your hands.
I'm like, come on, Brad. I mean, we're all supporting each other's.
Oh
book,
yeah,
but
I
come
know,
on.
dude. Yeah, it's good, dude. I already know it's good. I can tell by the
There's
artwork.
he's got metallic.
Hey,
wings
flip through the
and such.
pages real quick for it, or flip through some of that artwork.
Okay. And Kyle is a really nice guy as well.
Yeah, I know he is. Yeah.
Oh, then there's that.
He just has these things.
Okay, gotcha.
And this is an upcoming, dude. This isn't launched yet, but damn, that's money right there. He's going
Launch
to
date
make
is
money,
6/1.
huh?
Yeah.
No,
You know,
because-
we seek
6/1.
to back feminists and not nice guys. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. Never mind.
Yeah, definitely wrong. Yeah. Let's see. We got a lot of metallic wings going on here. We got an angel-like wings. We got devilish type of wings on this guy, and we have a big old huge Luke Cage guy here. We got the a speedster maybe. We got the I am warrior, and
Yeah. Oh, and the staff with the blue circles.
ooh,
And the
yeah.
ladies are,
Oh, whoa, she has a tattoo on her leg. That means she's frisky.
Oh, she is
yeah,
frisky. I like frisky.
Ooh.
they're not overdone,
No.
but they are well drawn. Yeah.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
this looks nice. This
I'm
looks nice.
pumped. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the news. First time I've seen have seen that. Wait, come on now. Come on, get with it. All right, here we go.
So
Yes,
you
Um,
other
there you go.
independent
No
comics got to
handyman,
step
but
it
that's
up.
all right.
what is this? War campaign? What we have a comic that is called War Campaign. All right.
Yep.
Um, Hero is coming back. That was kind of interesting comic. I'm glad they're coming back. We got the black and white 2019 calendar. I think it was he was talking about. By the way, since we were looking at RT Bear's thing right there, I will. I've already put the the commercial up on the FanSpeak page, but I will say here as well. Definitely come back for Bugbear's Basement tomorrow. It's going to be a very different one. Tomorrow we have RT Bear coming over. Yes, the legendary RT Bear coming over, and he's going to give an actual tutorial on inking. I am so
Oh.
pumped about that, dude. I mean, we're going to sit and we're going to pick his brain about exactly what are the difference, the techniques, the way they go about it. How is it? Because we know that we see some amazing pencils sometimes. It's wow, that's amazing. And then the final product is like muddy as hell and it's not good. So where did it get lost in there? Was it in the inking process or the coloring process? And we want to kind of examine that. And I'm starting that with RT Bear talking about inking and how important it is. And he's going to
Oh,
show
that's
us
cool.
all kinds of stuff. So do not miss that show because that is going to be absolutely killer. And then I'm going to try to get a hold of a really good colorist that I'd love to have Kyle, but that's a difficult thing to do with him, unfortunately. But I want to get a hold of a really good colorist and get them in here and do the same thing. And then try to link those things together and understand how we go from pencils to a final product that is just killer because
Oh, and we know an awesome letterer. Yeah.
we do we have access to a lot of cool people now. I would like the person I want to get for the colorist. I don't know if we can get, but I'm going to try. But
Okay, okay, I'll do it. All right.
all right, Brad. Um, but no, seriously, guys, definitely don't miss that. That is really, really cool. And don't miss this. Go over here and check out Indicron, because there's a lot of really cool things up and coming, and we don't want to miss it. And support Pixel Trader. I mean, he's doing some really cool stuff here. And of course, we have some really good projects going on ourselves. We have George has got Joe King out. Brad has the Handyman. Definitely go check that out, please. We
Yeah, I've been
have
putting
the
links in the description.
and he's putting
I'm not
links
on
up.
the page anymore.
Oh, that's fine. But
Yep.
definitely go check that out. Go check out Tales from Beyond the Gate. Support that. That is 160 plus pages with a ton of people in the community. Go buy that, man. Support that. But we have other things like we just talked to the Night Stalker guys, and that's a cool looking book, man. I like the look of what they're doing with that, and the Good Land as well, and there's some other things with Hero was a great looking kids book, man. So like with George's Joe King, these are for kids, and we need to support that, right? Um, we talked to a lot of these people. Next week on Fanspeak, we're talking to the Forsaken God comics guys. They're going to come in and talk about their book, so we're going to find out what's going on with that. But there's a lot of cool things. You got your Professor Geeks, Tales from the Stacks. Go check that out. I mean, he's a real cool guy. He's doing really well. And we're Tails is over 5,000. Awesome. Thank you guys very much. You got
Nice.
Eric Nienotowski. He's starting to make. He's almost to half his thing, so we hope he gets there. Another great artist. You got Dragons, the Veil
Yeah.
War. I mean, there's
Yep.
so much stuff. This one right here we looked at too, Through the Woods. What a beautiful looking book, man. So there's some really cool things going on, and go over there and support that and be part of it. It's really cool. But with that said, we do have to get out of here. So let me come back over here and I will bring us back to the Hangouts area. Do me a favor here, Brad, and tell us a little bit about your book, please.
The Handyman. Okay, so Handyman is about a man named Miguel. Think kind of John Wick meets Home Depot. So Miguel is a former drug cartel hitman who flees to America with his family to raise his family in safety. He is then brought back into Juarez, Mexico, and has to deal with the cartel and what they've been doing while he's been gone. And he starts off as a very selfish type of story, just trying to keep him and his family, safe and protected. But what he sees causes him to think much broader, much bigger, and have a reason to fight for something beyond himself. So he puts on a one-man kind of army, so to speak, or a one-man war against the drug cartel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the interesting thing is, yesterday I was contacted by two people from Juarez, Mexico, who sell comic books.
Sweet.
And I'm trying to arrange a meeting with them because they are super interested in this book and getting it to the hands of people down there.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe they're going to take you out before you give away the secret information.
No, I had a good conversation with them. They're good people, good guys, and the problem is when they put out books like this and they're in Mexico, they are threatened by cartels, and so they really want someone to bring attention to what is happening down there. And so I'm going to try to set up a stream with them on my show and get them on and talk about what it's actually like down there to bring awareness to what the cartels are actually doing to people. So
do it. Yeah.
Do it.
So,
do it.
Anytime you can
it
connect
just
your
kind of
book
came on
to
my
a real
lap,
life event,
and I had
that's a great
no
idea.
idea that was going to happen, and I didn't think it would touch some people in there. People are taking notice down there. So
Cool. I just hope you don't die. But cool.
I won't, dude. I promise.
All right.
I'm a big guy. It's going to take at least 3 shots to kill me in the chest.
That's true. That's true.
That's a good deal. Good deal.
Anyway.
But that's great news. That shows, our comic books, are bringing awareness. When they say, what are our comics doing? What are we doing to move forward? And this is what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
We
Touching
are
on real things. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
And-
mainly just for fun to begin with. I had no idea that it would actually be something serious to somebody else and actually, hey, you need to continue making this book. You need to really do it. And they want a Spanish version. So.
Oh, think outside the box. Yeah.
Yep. So.
Cool. All right, then. Well, thank you very much. And John and Kat and Model, if you guys want to have a meeting regarding the D&D thing after the show, please just send me a link. I'll happily jump in and we can work on some of that. But beyond that, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. It was a fun show. We had some really good announcements. I mean, I'm looking forward to all those things. But as usual, we're going to let the Denali Lama take us out.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining us for Comics News today. Join us tomorrow for Bugs Bear Basement, where we'll have the legendary RT Bears tell us how to ink. Doesn't mean that everybody will have the talent, but at least you'll know the know-how and spot some good talents as well. But as always, your perception shapes your reality. So always make it a good one.
Namaste.
Namaste.
See you guys.
Cool. Later, guys.
Aloha.